When I got asked to resign, the company gave me a $30,000 severance, so $10,000 a month for 3 months. At that point, I had a bunch of student loan debt and basically no money in my bank account. And so I was like, I moved into an apartment with a roommate and saved $800 a month. I sold my car, saved the money on insurance, took the subway, just basically like cut my expenses to everything that I could. I was 29 at that point. And I was like, I'm gonna give this a try. I can go for 4 months. Let's see what happens. And in 4 months, I was making like $50K a month.
Damn. Oh shit.
And then once you get to even for me, it was like once you get to 20, you're like, oh, like yeah, I can do this. Like I'm making twice as much as my job, working half the amount of time, and I'm just getting started.
Right.
And so then that was when the balls started rolling for me. And even just to get to that point, you have to think differently.
Mm-hmm.
You have to challenge, like, why do I go to a job? Why do people think that it's safe? Like at this point now, I would encourage people to think that actually working for a job is less safe than working for yourself.
Yeah.
And because they can lay you off, they can have a down year, they can say put you on a performance improvement plan. Like actually, you're at the mercy of them, and most of the time, your upside is capped based on the corporate hierarchy that you work in, and maybe you'll get promoted and a 10% raise in 2 years. And just the corporate ladder made sense in the 1990s. I'm not sure it makes sense anymore.
No, totally agree with that. And you mentioned that you went from 0 to what, 50K a month in 4 months?
Yeah, we were doing. Yeah, I've hired my first employee around 40K a month, and I think that took about 4 months. Yeah.
So, what ended up causing that? So to give you guys a little bit of context, I think the average salary in the United States is about 50K a year, and when you go from making a 6-figure salary to doing half of that in a month, it requires quite a bit of drastic changes. So were there like a lot of external factors, or were you doing a lot of inner engineering work to allow yourself to feel comfortable and feel safe at those higher income levels? Because what I've seen in the past as well is entrepreneurs will reach a revenue level and either self-sabotage or say, I'm not, like, they just put themselves in the way of their own goals.
Yeah.
But I guess, did you run into any of those challenges back then? Or was it kind of just like, hey, I had to fucking make it work because I only had 30 grand and I'm living in a friend's apartment?
So I wouldn't say that I was doing inner development at that time. However, when I look back on it, things were naturally happening. The first step in the process is really to question all the rules, which we kind of talked about. Like, why is it this way? Why do people go out and get drunk on Friday and Saturday? Why do we sit at our desk at 10 a.m. on a Tuesday if there's nothing important to do, right?
Yeah.
So like, why are we not supposed to work on Saturday if we're passionate about something and want to grow, right? So all these rules, starting to question how they work. I had been doing that for a while, which that just gets you in the game. Exactly. You know what I mean?
Like, that's the awareness.
That's how you get in the game.